Un segundo.
¡Hora del recreo! ¡Hey! Creo que invitaré a jugar a un amigo nuevo.
Good morning, my dear gamers. Mashi here, and I'm actually recording this video on the same day as the premiere of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now today we'll be doing another review, but it isn't a review on the movie itself. We will do a review on a Mario product, to be fair, so there is a connection. But I will just leave my thoughts for the movie for the future, or like Ask Mashi 6 in case you guys ask like a question about it. Because I don't want to give spoilers right now to the less fortunate people who couldn't get a ticket because, like, you know, the popular screenings or something like that. I'm just going to save this for another day. But rest assured, I did watch the movie, and I will say I 100% recommend it to any Nintendo fan. Well, Papi having a Mario hat is actually very ironic because today we'll be reviewing this beauty that came in also just today. Believe it or not, this is a Fisher-Price Little People My Mario 6-pack of figures. It's that, you know, pack of figures that came out for the Little People My Mario line. People already know about the Little People line, I don't need to explain it, but maybe you may not recognize the My Mario line. Well, basically, the My Mario line is a line of products and stuff made for younger children and like babies, for, you know, the ones who don't really deserve screen time, you know, we don't want to have iPad kids. But they have made some products made for a younger audience. For Mario, not just kids. They did it for like babies and toddlers. And Nintendo has collaborated with a couple of other companies in order to produce some more products, including, off the top of my head, Tomy, Simba, and in this case, Fisher-Price. And Fisher-Price, they have done a line of Little People figures for My Mario. And this is just one of the many products. They have a fairly small but very beefy line. They have a playset, a vehicle, the 6-pack of figures, and these figures also sold individually in an assortment. There's actually 7 characters available, the 7th one being a Fire Mario, but the assortments haven't arrived yet. As a matter of fact, the only thing that I've seen arrive is the 6-pack in the official Mattel shop in Mercado Libre. I haven't seen anything else arrive, not the playset, not the vehicle, just nothing. So this is a very much first look at these figures for me. Well, without further ado, let's take a look at the box. At the top we have a Fisher-Price logo. It's for ages 1.5 plus, so 1 year 6 months. You can see the figures here in a translucent or like transparent window. I don't know the proper term for it. It's interesting to not see Mario at the top. I would put him like here, Peach and Bowser here, and like Peach and Bowser there, and Toad and Yoshi there. Very interesting, they jumbled up the characters. You can see a couple of logos and a barcode. On the left, you can see a Fisher-Price logo, Little People logo, and Mario and Luigi being best bros. While on the right, as you saw, we have some My Mario branding. Favorite 2D artwork. You can see some nice little hidden blocks as well. At the top, you can see a regular Fisher-Price logo template in a red background with the 6 figures in an actual regular order. And at the bottom, you see import and copyright information. And you can see this is a 2026 dated product, so this is hot stuff. This is current year stuff right here. The back is fairly empty though. You just get some logos, the Mattel tagline, but you just see the figures in action with the toddler itself. It's very nice in order to see the official Nintendo licensed product seal on the Fisher-Price product. Well, back in the day we just had Mattel making Mario products with the license, but never did we have anything Fisher-Price, so this is very nice to see. I already cut off the tape here, so let's open this up.
Take me a bit to do it one-handed. There we go.
Got a figure tray. So nothing else in that box. We have our figure tray, and we have some inside artwork. There's nothing on the back, and from what I'm seeing, there's a special little code right there. Anyone who is interested. But you just get stock artwork, just stock renders, the most new Super Mario Bros. Wii landscape you would know. It's just like the same packaging as you see like on Jack specific products, like right there is essentially like the same template. There's nothing like My Mario about this. Move that to the side. Right, the figures are actually quite stuck in there, so give me a few minutes in order to take them out. I'll be right back.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, so I took them all out. They're all loosely here on my bed, and I organized them from order from least hyped about to most hyped about. Now, obviously, take this as personal opinion. Don't take it too seriously. And also note that this is not my first experience with Little People figures. I do have, or well, Max has Little People figures, and I've tried them before, obviously. You know, play with your brother. So I'm not a complete noob, but I'm still like a newbie to this. So if I get some information wrong, please excuse me. I'm very much new to this whole Fisher-Price thing, ignoring Thomas. So I'll try my best, and I'll try to describe every figure from a semi-blind look at it. Let's start here with Peach. So honestly, I'm not really a major fan of most Peach merch. I have no problem with the characters, just I didn't really expect too much from her as a Little People figure. I mean, you get some details. You have like, pretty sure those are earrings. Get like lips right there. A kind of a bummer is that the gems on her crown are not properly detailed. You just get the crown in a blank color. Her eyes are not that bad, but they don't really resemble Little People eyes. Little People eyes are sort of like very small dots, but here's very much trying to look like a regular old Peach. It's not a major issue, you know, I have no major problem with that, but it's just a little observation. Let's look at the back, just not much really in this figure. And on the bottom, we can see Nintendo copyright information made in China and 2025 Mattel. So these figures are dated 2025. Makes sense. Usually most Fisher-Price Mattel products, they are usually copyrighted 1 year before they are released. Probably because of licensing, and they have to create a lot of these figures for really good manufacturing and like distribution. So that makes sense. You know, Dance Star Mickey is copyrighted 2009, even though he released in October 2010. So yeah. And they have a little hole, so that way you can put it on Little People figures. Or well, playsets rather. I'm a bit loose on this. Maxis specifically has a Little People school and a tractor, so he does have spots in order to place his figures, and both of those came with 2 figures. He has 4 in total. Now I have 6, but no playsets, so kind of ironic, but yeah. That's Peach. Gloves. Okay, yeah, her gloves are still short. You can still see a little bit of her skin there. So that's proper to the character. But not really much with Peach. I just heard my parents in the background talking about Yoshi. Ironically enough, Yoshi is next. Escaping out of my hands. So you can see he has a happy expression. He has a happy face. Very nice little figure. He's not a bad representation of the character. It seems like Peach is like the only real letdown. You can see his slight spikes. It seems like they are individual spikes. I think that's accurate, pretty sure. I think there was a plush that connected the spikes. I think. I don't know if it's supposed to be separate. I have to take back a look. There's a shell. You could place a figure right there, just random. Actually, not really. Obviously, they're too big to fit. I'm pretty sure if they did like Lego minifigures, probably it could be happening, but I don't know. Connects them wasn't possible. And I forgot to mention, there's some Little People text right there on their left, our right feet. You see some Little People text. Does Peach have that? She does, okay, it's just right there at the bottom of the dress, so apologies. But yeah, Yoshi's a nice figure, although I feel like he's a little bit more character accurate compared to Peach, personally. There's his bottom. Yeah, same date. Still, nice figure. We're starting to get to the brothers. Here's Luigi. He isn't as tall as I thought I would like, and I have the same problem with Peach. I feel like Peach is usually a little bit more taller than Mario in the games, but in Little People they kind of have to stick to the same scale. And I think Luigi is just a little bit taller than Mario. Let's prove that right away. I think, okay, yeah, he is. Can't really showcase it well in the bed. Yeah, there he is, just looking like good old Luigi. There's this Little People text. Copyright. Some nice hair. He does have his mustache, so he is unique. There's his face, his ears, there's a bit of his hair. And yes, it does have that little detail on the gloves that is actually molded on. You can feel that. And there you have the buttons as well. So not a bad representation of Luigi right there. Here's the one most people would be excited for. My top 3 favorite has to be Mario, although he's obviously going to be the most common figure, I bet you. Like, he's easily going to be the most mass-produced. I mean, he's available in one of the most expensive playsets currently. It's like 50 bucks. There's his Little People text. He has his own mustache, so he is using a different mold than Luigi. So please note that his mustache is actually a unique shape to Luigi, and both of the mustaches are actually molded onto the figures. So you put your finger in it, and you feel it. It's part of the mold. Overall, not really that different of a figure compared to Luigi. I think, yeah, the back hair is a bit different on both of the figures, so that is character accurate. But, yeah, overall, he's not that different to Luigi. Or better said, Luigi's not that different than Mario in terms of like figure copies. My second most favorite has to be honestly the most unique figure out of the lot, which is Bowser. This is a very interesting discussion I have because I never really thought, I mean, I feel like if I was a toy designer and I was a toy maker and you gave me the challenge of making a Bowser Little People figure, I honestly would deny that request because, you know, Bowser is an evil character. I wouldn't usually put him right next to babies. It's a very interesting discussion to have there, but it's kind of surreal to see Bowser as a Little People figure, so that's why I put him like as my top 2 favorite. He has a very unique design, even more unique than Yoshi in my opinion. He is the fattest figure, or the chubbiest, to not be too rude. He is also the heaviest. He feels like a tank. I said it before, and I'll repeat it again. These figures feel like tanks. They are gonna last. His Little People text, I think it's a little bit bigger than Peach's. Yeah, her text is a bit skinnier. There's this whole part. Kind of has those connection points. Yeah, that's molded on. But yeah, Bowser's just a really unique figure. His chains here don't have any silver details though. So the main detail part is the shell. Those spikes don't hurt. They don't have really pointy tips, so those are not going to hurt, thankfully. You know, these are made for babies. I mean, you don't want to hurt a baby, even with an evil figure. Maybe that could hurt your feet, but yeah. He is a tank. He is a very unique figure, and it's super surreal to see him in Little People form. But to me, number 1 has to be Toad. The reason why is because, again, if you gave me, the toy designer situation, if you gave me, you know, the deal in order to make a Little People Toad figure, I would totally accept the request. Toad is a very young character in the Mario universe, and I would easily, you know, adapt him into a Little People figure. He seems like the easiest to adapt. I mean, Fisher-Price is known for reusing molds and variations, and knowing how many colors of Toad there is, you could do so many different character variations. You could do like a Toad's House playset. You could do like a Toad multi-pack, like a 4-pack of Toads, all with different colors. There's so many ideas you could do with Toad. And this figure is like perfect for that. So there's his Little People text. Here's a quick spin of him. He is a regular Toad, by the way. He has red dots and a blue dress. Most people say oh, he's a red Toad. No, a red Toad is with red dots and a red vest. It has to be color matched, but this one with mix matched red and blue is just a regular old Toad. I would like to see variations like yellow, blue, green, purple. Just like a Toad multi-pack would be great. I would love to see that. I don't know how popular it would be, considering Paper Mario Sticker Star haters, but yeah, I feel like Toad could do really well in Little People form, and this figure like excels at that. Although, he seems to be, yeah, he's the lightest figure. Yoshi is much heavier than him, so maybe if your kids are like known to throw things like throwing at your TV, I feel like that could be a bit of a troublemaker, but yeah, Toad is an extremely nice figure. It's nice knowing that this part here actually has a bit of detail, you can feel that. But yeah, I love Toad. As an extra, there's my top 1, top 2, and top 3 favorite figures all right next to each other. They make a very nice little trio. So that really much does it for this 6-pack. I don't usually like doing reviews on like single figures, so I feel like packs like these are better to review. And overall, I really like this pack. In terms of price, I do feel like it's a little bit expensive. I mean, I paid 26,000 CLP for this, so it was like 1,000 CLP more expensive than the Storybook Rhymes remake. So you could get into that discussion like, oh, you paid more for a non-electronic toy, but to be fair, these figures are made for a totally different audience. I mean, Storybook Rhymes, yeah, that's for babies, but that's for like slightly older babies, you know, they're growing up, they're trying to learn different things, they're right there, they're trying to speak. While these are just like the starting stages. I mean, 1.5 years, I mean, think about that. They're made in a totally different way. These feel like tanks. Bowser is quite heavy. You don't want him to be thrown at your most expensive TV or something. He is a tank. Poor little cat. My counterpoint to this is basically, don't just judge products by their prices, because it's kind of unfair, you know. It's supposed to be the audience and personal opinion, really, that makes a better point. And personally, I really like these figures. Obviously, I can't really do too much in this review since I have no playset to show, but I really like these figures. I do obviously wish there was more characters, but that is really up to Nintendo to decide. They need to expand the My Mario universe themselves before Fisher-Price can come in and do more characters. I mean, for now we cannot get a Daisy figure, for example, since Daisy hasn't appeared in My Mario content. But knowing that we do have stuff that we haven't seen in My Mario shorts, like Bowser's airship, like, imagine what they could do next, like a Yoshi's house, a Toad's house, like a Yoshi egg playset, something like that. Or a Peach's castle, imagine that. So it's not totally out of the question. For now, this pack is great, and it is good quality for what you pay for, and obviously these things are gonna last. So I think in the end the pack is worth it. And even for collectors, like if you find it on a sale, definitely pick it up. I know that this is gonna be a lot more common in the US, so right there it's a no-brainer. If you find it for like 20 bucks, it's a really good deal. And that's pretty much it. So for now, I will get this pack a full star. Now, as a quick little extra, I have my Little People My Mario figure right here, just Mario. And I have two Jack-specific Mario figures here. I have a slightly older one. This one is like common and like cheapest chips. This is like the updated one with movable legs. And the official measurements for these ones state that these are about 2.5 inches. So literally like 2.5 inch figures from Jack-specific. So there's that comparison. Although funny enough, Mario is actually a little bit taller. The Little People version is actually a little bit taller. So who's the liar? So that will do it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I very much like looking at these figures. And I want to end this off on two questions. Firstly, what character do you most like out of this pack? Pick whatever character. For now, I am going to pick Bowser, since he's like the most unique figure out of them all. But second question is, which figure would you like them to see? Like, ignoring the restriction that I talked about, like ignoring the fact that Nintendo has to introduce more characters, ignore that. Whatever character from the Mario universe you want to see in Little People form, which one would it be? Is it Daisy, Rosalina? Do you want to see another color of Toad or Yoshi? Do you want to see some enemies maybe? It would be very curious. Do you want to see Koopa Troopa? I mean, you could kind of make a Yoshi out of that. You know, out of a Yoshi figure, you can make a Koopa Troopa. Very curious conversation to have there. But well, that's it. That'll do it for this review. I kind of want to end this with a brand new outro that I thought about. So for now, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well, since Google is as Google does. It's crap. As always, you can also check out my link tree, which is always in the description of my modern videos. So you can check out posts about me on other sites, on other social medias. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!